By the 1900s, the British Empire extended over 5 continents, and France had control of large areas of Africa. With the rise of industrialism, countries needed new markets. The growing European divide had led to an arms race between the main countries. The armies of both France and Germany had more than doubled between 1870 and 1914, and there was a fierce competition between Britain and Germany for mastery of the seas. The Congress of Vienna, held after Napoleon's exile to Elba, aimed to sort out problems in Europe. Delegates from Britain, Australia, Persia, and Russia decided upon a new Europe that left both Germany and Italy as divided states. Strong nationalist elements led to reunification of Italy in 1861 and Germany in 1871. A number of alliances had been signed by countries between the years 1879 and 1914. These were important because they meant that some countries had no option but to declare war if one of their allies declared war first. The Central Powers were Germany, Austria-Hungary, Bulgaria, and the Ottoman Empire. The Allied powers were Great Britain, France, Russia, Italy, Portugal, Belgium, Siberia, Greece, Romania, African countries, and the U.S. Propaganda was used in World War I as in any war, and the truth suffered. Propaganda ensured that the people only got to know what the governments wanted them to know. The Zimmermann telegram was a coded message sent from German Foreign Minister Arthur Zimmermann to Germany's ambassador in Mexico in January 1917. On April 2, 1917, President Woodrow Wilson went before a joint session of Congress to request a declaration of war against Germany. Wilson cited Germany's violation of its pledge to suspend unrestricted submarine warfare in the North Atlantic and the Mediterranean, and its attempts to enter Mexico into an alliance against the U.S. as those reasons for declaring war. The Battle of the Argonne Forest was part of the Meuse-Argonne offense planned by General Ferdinand Foch. The offensive called for a 3-way attack on the Germans at the Western Front. The Germans decided to use a submarine called U-boats to break the blockade. The plan was to starve England by cutting off supplies. With the U.S. entry into World War I in April 1917, President Woodrow Wilson selected Pershing to lead the American expedition force to Europe. Promoted to general, Pershing arrived in England on June 7, 1917. Upon landing, Pershing immediately began advocating for the formation of a U.S. Army in Europe, rather than allowing American troops to be dispersed under British and French command. U.S. President Woodrow Wilson outlined the United States war aims in a speech given to Congress on January 8, 1918, in which he outlined what was to become known as 14 points. He believed the enactment of these would form a basis for a lasting peace. The League of Nations came into beginning after the end of World War I. The League of Nations' task was simple: to ensure that the war never broke out again.